All right. Good morning.
Peter Granada, P788413, MIDC counsel for Mr. Arango.
All right. Ms. Villarreal, your name?
Yes, Your Honor, Evelyn Villarreal, certified court interpreter,
All right.
C3 agent.
All right. Raise your right hand, please. You solemnly swear or affirm that you'll make a true and accurate translation between the court and the defendant and Mr. Granada.
Yes, I do.
All right. Sir, can you tell me your name, please?
Tonight's courtroom session starts with what seems like a routine DUI case. But within minutes, this hearing turns deeply emotional. A father fleeing violence in Colombia, a judge balancing punishment with compassion, and later, another defendant caught peering through windows trying to explain away behavior that immediately raises red flags. This is one of those court dockets where every case feels completely different, yet each one forces the court to answer the same question. When does someone deserve mercy, and when does accountability have to come first? Stay tuned, because some of these rulings are surprisingly lenient, while others come with strict warnings that could change lives forever.
Oh,
John Freddy Arango.
John Freddy Arango.
Your client pled guilty to the charge of operating while impaired. That was back on April the 30th. He was referred for a screening and assessment. The OWI, drive while unlicensed, and disregard a traffic excuse me, for avoiding a traffic control device were all dismissed.
Yes, sir.
All right. Have you had a chance to review the report with your client, and are there any material additions, corrections, or deletions?
I did, and no, there's,
Anything that you would like to say on his behalf?
yes, Your Honor. Mr. Arango is self-employed. He's been doing landscaping work ever since he came to the country from Colombia about 2.5 years ago. He also does metal collection, for scrap metal. He's been doing that as well, and he is the sole provider for his family. He has a 16-year-old boy and a 12-year-old boy. He's married. He's currently disabled because of an accident where he actually amputated one of his fingers at the first knuckle and severely injured one of the other fingers. So he is unable to work, do the type of landscaping work that he would normally do until he recovers. He would ask the court to consider that as far as the timing of the fines that he must pay, because he needs to recover before he can go back to work. I believe that Mr. Arango was deeply remorseful for what happened. I believe this was a one-off situation, is not symptomatic of Mr. Arango, and we would also like the court to consider that. Also, Mr. Arango would like to actually address the court about his background and what got him to this country and what the kind of troubles that he's been going through.
Okay. Anything you would like to say, sir?
Bien, señor, algo que usted le gustaría decir.
Señor juez, Dios lo bendiga.
Yes, Your Honor, may God bless you.
Como cristiano que soy, con mi esposa, mi familia, ahora con su familia.
I'm a Christian, so is my wife, my family, and we have been praying for you and your family.
Y pues, de verdad yo pienso que hice, que yo no.
And truthfully, I'm so sorry for what I did, because I'm not someone who really drinks.
La verdad yo vine a este país no para hablar, vine a separar de mi familia.
And I didn't come to this country to be a drunkard. I came to this country so that my family would be able to do better.
Que ya lo veía, y que mi mamá de verdad no se puede salir de ella.
Because over there in my country, the guerrillas killed my mother and two brothers.
The what?
A band of guerrillas killed my mother and my two brothers, and I had to escape the country.
Por eso estoy aquí, en mi casa, que soy conocido por la ONU,
And that's why I'm here.
y tengo un niño también de sobre eso.
And I have a 16-year-old son that is an epileptic.
Y yo le pido a la verdad que
Quite honestly, I ask forgiveness for having been drinking that day. It's not something that I normally do. We attend a Christian church.
le pido de favor que si me van a dar trabajo, y traigo algo con mi pasaporte,
And I
para que no tenga una trabajar.
And I ask, please, that if you're going to sentence me to community service, that you allow me to do it through my church. by contacting my pastor.
Okay.
To forgive me and to please take into consideration the condition that my hand is in and what I'm going through right now. And thank you very much.
I'm going to place you on probation for 9 months. You cannot leave the state without the consent of the court. You cannot violate any law or ordinance. If you change your address, your place of employment, or home telephone number,
Si usted cambia de dirección, del número de teléfono o del lugar donde usted trabaja,
you do have to notify the probation department.
usted tiene que notificar al Departamento de Libertad Condicional de Libertad.
No alcohol.
No se permite que usted se alcohol.
You cannot purchase, possess, or consume alcohol,
No,
marijuana, or illegal controlled substances.
usted no puede ni comprar, ni estar en posesión, ni usar alcohol, ni marihuana, ni alguna sustancia ilegal.
Kratom, poppy seeds, and CBD oils are prohibited.
Y tampoco se permite que usted use algún o
If-
crema,
if you-
loción que tenga.
If you consume food or other items containing those substances, it will be deemed a violation.
Así que si usted consume o utiliza alguna de esas cremas o algo de bebida que contiene algo de droga, se considera una
I'm
violación.
going to order that you submit to chemical testing, PBTs, and ETGs monthly or more on demand of probation.
Así que voy a ordenar que esté sujeto a pruebas para el uso de alcohol que sean de aliento o de sangre una vez al mes, tal como se lo pide el Departamento de
In
Libertad.
order that you attend a level 1 alcohol education program.
Y también voy a ordenar que usted tenga que asistir el programa de educación de alcohol nivel 1
With the Victims Impact Panel.
y que también usted participe en el panel de impacto de víctimas.
I'm going to order 4 days jail with credit for 1, but I'll let you serve the 3 by way of community service.
Voy a ordenar 4 días en la cárcel. Le voy a dar crédito por 1 día. Los otros 3 días voy a permitir que usted los sirva haciendo servicio comunitario.
That has to be completed by July 20.
Y usted necesita haber cumplido ese trabajo para el 20 de julio a lo más tardar.
Pay fines, 300,
350.
cost 250, 75 victims' rights fee, $50 justice assessment. So that amounts to $675. There's a $60 screening fee for $735.
Y que llevamos un otro
Probation fees are $180 for $915.
por cosas.
There's attorney fees of $40 for $955. And your cost of recovery is $225, bringing your total to $1,180. If you violate probation, your probation could be revoked and you could be incarcerated for 93 days. You have 21 days to appeal, 14 days to apply for a court-appointed lawyer.
Your Honor, if I may,
Hang on 1 second. I'm going to ask you to approach Mr. Granata, Shady. And I'm going to ask you to continue attending AANA 1 time per week until you were in the level 1 alcohol education program. You understand all that, sir?
Yes, I got it.
Then you may be eligible for early discharge. You do everything. In 4.5 months, you're eligible for early discharge by filing a petition. And again, you have 21 days to appeal and 14 days to apply for a court-appointed lawyer for purposes of appeal. Do you understand that?
Yes,
Okay.
Your Honor,
but I'm not going to appeal.
Okay.
based on his injury, I would ask the court if he could delay the starting of his payment plan until his hand recovers to the point where he can go back to work.
I'll just save $50 per week. And I'll start that. I don't know how long it's going to take, but I'll just start it on August the 7th.
Perfect. That's perfect.
Okay? And if you don't have the money, no problem. Call the court. We'll go on Zoom or come up here. I'll give you an extension, okay? Do you understand all that? Do you have any questions?
Muchas gracias. Seguiremos orando por tu familia y por todas las autoridades de este país.
No, just thank you very much, and I will continue to pray, not just for this court, but all people in authority in this country.
Good luck, sir. Thank you very much.
And I ask you to forgive me for everything.
You're fine. Good luck.
Thank you, Your Honor. Have a good day.
Thank you. You too. Thanks so much, Ms. Villarreal. Gustavo Ruben Mazzolini. This is 26F 265-769. Do I have any one of the victims here? Do I have any one of the victims here? Charlene Lindsay was one of the victims. Is she here by chance? And also Vanessa Messenger. Okay. Defendant pled guilty under section 771.1 to the charge of window peeping. And he was referred for a pre-sentence report. Your name, sir?
Gustavo McNally.
All right, Mr. Granada, your appearance again.
Peter Granado, P 78413. I'm an easy counsel for Mr. Muslim.
So the agreement was that the plea be taken under the provisions of section 771.1. Have you had a chance to review the report with your client? And are there any material additions, corrections, or deletions?
Yes, I did review it. No additions, subtractions, or corrections.
Anything you would like to say on his behalf?
Yes, sir. I did get a chance to talk to Mr. Mazzolini, and just to tell us something about him. He is actually been doing manufacturing of RV components. He helps troubleshoot. So when people call in with issues related to their RVs, he helps them through those problems. He's been doing that for about 3 years. He has a high school diploma from Harrison High School in Harrison, New Jersey. He is single, one child, 17-year-old, who has weekend custody. He is renting right now in Flat Rock, but he is moving, I believe, to a new place in Trenton that will remove him from immediate proximity of the complainants in this case. And we would ask the court to consider that prior to sentencing.
Sir, anything you would like to say before I sentence you?
That's right. One last thing, Your Honor.
Sure.
Mr. Mazzolini has no criminal history.
Okay. Anything you would like to say, sir?
Oh, because I was no, it's normal locked and I had a lapse of judgment, which is why I did what I did. I was trying to find them. I wasn't thinking at that time. But I mean, throughout my life, I mean, I haven't done anything. I usually try to, keep my life out of the law.
So I read that. So you're telling me you were looking in these windows because you were looking for the kids that were throwing things at you?
Yeah. I wasn't picking up. I was angry, and it's not the first incident that happened in those apartments, but it's from the complex next over.
You just can't be peering into people's windows.
No, I understand that.
You're telling me you were doing that only to try to find these kids?
I thought they went into one of those apartments, and I mean, I'm not saying I didn't do anything wrong. No, I was angry at the time. It was a lapse of judgment.
12 months probation. You cannot leave the state without the consent of the court or violate any law or ordinance. You're not to enter or go near 24805 Mayfair in Flat Rock. You're not to enter 24805 Mayfair in the city of Flat Rock. You are not to enter the property address or go near 24801 Flat Rock. I'm sorry, Mayfair in Flat Rock. You're not to have any contact with Charlene Lindsay or Vanessa Messenger. You cannot write, phone, see, text, email them, or phone them, or have anybody else do any of those things for you or on your behalf. So no contact with the victims, not to go near those residents' addresses. You're to serve 2 days on the court work program and pay $35 a day for that, for a total of 70. They fines 100, costs 50, 75 victim rights, $50 justice assessment. Your total there amounts to 275 plus a screening fee of 60 for 335, probation fees of 240 for 575, your court work program fees, and $40 in attorney fees amount to 685. I'm gonna take you at your word. You can't be peering into people's windows, though. 685, you pay that, you stay out of trouble, you come back for your review hearing date. Prosecutor offered this under 771. If you are compliant, the case will be dismissed on motion of the prosecutor. Heather, do you have a review hearing date for me?
That will be May 13th of 27.
May 13th of 27. Okay, sir? At 8:30 in the morning. You may be eligible for early discharge, but you would have to get with the prosecutor and make sure that he's still willing to dismiss that. They typically are. So after 6 months, you may be eligible for early discharge. Your lawyer will explain that. Don't come back here, okay? Do you have all this to pay?
I think it was,
Okay, so you can go down the hall, pay that, and then you'll meet with the probation department, okay? Any questions?
the change of, since I'm moving tomorrow, do I give the?
You notify probation of that change of address when you go talk to them. You're gonna meet with them this morning, okay? All right, best of luck. Go down the hall, get your review hearing date, your payment, and then go over to probation where you'll speak with them, all right? Best of luck. Who do you guys have over there, gentlemen and ladies?
We don't have.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, Your Honor. James Britton, P758873, appearing on behalf of the defendant, Krista Silva, or Kristen Silva, who's standing to my right.
Ma'am, your name?
Kristen Silva.
Good morning to you both. So she pled guilty to operating while impaired. The prosecutor dismissed the OWI, the open intox, and the speeding, and she was referred for a screening and assessment. Have you had a chance to review the report with her, and are there any material additions, corrections, or deletions?
There are none, Your Honor. I had the opportunity to review it with my client. She agrees that there are no additions, corrections, or deletions.
Okay, anything that you would like to say on her behalf?
Yes, Your Honor. We would ask just that the court take into consideration the totality of the circumstances here and the defendant that we have before us. She has no prior history, no criminal or traffic history. The police report indicates that she was cooperative. She showed minor signs of impairment. She had negative HGN tests. She's able to walk to the stand, but she did show some signs of impairment, including a 0.10 and a 0.103 on her data master. Despite those readings, there was no allegations of dangerous driving. There was no accident. There was no injury. This was just a stop related to speed. She did have the probation screening. Probation found that she had no history of alcohol abuse treatment and drug abuse treatment, no history of illicit drug use. She's got no history of blackouts, violence, or depression related to alcohol use. The recommendation was limited to education, community service, and victims impact panel, which we believe to be appropriate. This circumstance that we find ourselves here on today is very inconsistent with this defendant's life. She has been steadily employed for decades. She has worked for most of that time as a nurse, assisting people in our community. For the last several years, she's been working with the Veterans Administration as a registered nurse in their cardiac unit. She has 4 children and is married. 2 of those children have served with the country through the, I believe it was the Air Force. One is actually still on active duty right now. She does accept responsibility and understands how serious this incident was and how serious it could have been. It's already shown to have a profound impact on her life. and could have employment ramifications as well. For those reasons, and I believe she clearly understands how serious this is. I believe she's very, very unlikely, more so than most of my clients, not to be back here again, Your Honor. For those reasons, we would ask the court to follow the recommendation of probation, limit the sentencing to focus primarily on the education and rehabilitation rather than the punitive conditions beyond, of course, what's necessary to ensure that this defendant doesn't show up here again.
Anything you'd like to say, ma'am?
If you take accountability for my actions, I have done greatly and I'll never be back in this situation.
All right, you're 47. You've never had a prior. You had a relatively low, I mean, it's in excess of the legal limit, but you had 0.10 and 0.103, and you scored in category 1 on the alcohol and drug use portion, which tells us you have no problem. And there's a presumption that you not be placed on probation pursuant to statute. And I'm not going to place you on probation. If there was ever a case that I thought somebody didn't deserve it, based on what the law is, and it's not the law that I wrote, but nonetheless, 300 fines, 300 costs, 75 victims' rights, $50 justice assessment, 6.25. Screening fees, 60 for 685. I'm sorry, 785. And then you have cost of recovery of 150, 935, 3 days jail, credit 1, serve 2. I'll let you serve those by way of community service. And you have to have your community service of 16 hours completed by June the 30. Attend the victim's impact panel, or 93 days if you violate. So as long as you do those 2 things, you'll be done with the case. And the sooner the better. You have 21 days to appeal, 14 days to apply for a court-appointed lawyer for purposes of appeal. Do you understand that, ma'am? Does she have all this to pay, or does she need time?
I can pay to the December.
Okay, so you pay now. Probation will meet with her, and you'll go from there. I sincerely wish you well. Good to have you here, Mr. Britton.
Good to see you.
Take care. You too. Thanks a lot. Good luck, ma'am. Okay, how are you?
Well, thank you, Your Honor.
Your name?
Evelyn Dillon, certified foreign interpreter, C3822.
Raise your right hand. You solemnly swear or affirm that you will make a true and accurate translation between the court and the defendant.
Yes, I do.
Sir, could you tell me your name, please?
Su nombre, por favor.
Only what up?
Well, Alcantara.
So he met with the department rep, and he's going to plead to 1 to 5 over.
Así que usted ya tuvo su reunión, le reducieron el cargo original, usted iba de 1 a 5 millas sobre el límite de velocidad.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
All right. If you do that, that is 1 point. Do you understand that?
Y usted está en su declaración a ese cargo, es un punto que le ponen en su historial de conducir. ¿Entiende usted eso?
Okay.
Ok.
To the charge of 1 to 5 over, responsible or not responsible?
Así que dígame, hacia la acusación de que usted iba en exceso de velocidad de unos 5 millas sobre el límite, ¿cómo se declara usted responsable o no responsable?
Responsable.
Responsible.
I'll accept the plea, dismiss the improper turn. 160 is your total.
Su declaración, entonces el cargo de haber doblado cuando viene correcto, se lo quito, 160 es el total que ha adoptado.
Can you pay that today, sir?
Yes, sir.
All right. On your way out, tell him he's exactly 30 days to the day younger than I am. Have a great day.
So, Your Honor.
Have a great day.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Another case coming.
Oh, okay. Okay. Thank you. Good luck, sir.
Thank you.
Mr. Bowden, is what you say, full answer? Eric Sergeant Bowden.
All right. So it says victim was subpoenaed and spoken to. She does not wish to pursue and is uncooperative. People move the McNally process. All right. Case dismissed. I wish you well, sir. You're all set. We're going to make sure we cancel all those bond conditions. Okay, Heather?
Yes.
Cancel all the bond conditions.
Okay, Judge.
And we're okay. Anything else?
No, Judge, thank you very much.
Have a great
I didn't get a
day.
chance to talk to Heather today, so I'm gonna say hi right now.
What's that?
I didn't, usually I have to talk to Heather, so I'm saying, thank you, Heather, good seeing you.
Okay.
No
You
problem.
too. You're all set. Thanks. Good luck, sir.
Thank you.
By the way, was there a bond here? Or was it PR? No, it was PR. Okay. All right. You're all set. Thanks. Morning. Your name?
April Gordon.
Did you just meet the prosecutor on your own?
Yeah.
So you You went and spoke to him and you don't wish to have a lawyer? Am I right?
Yes.
So you're waiving formal reading of this, driving on a suspended, is that true? And now you met with the prosecutor and you negotiated a good deal for yourself, or you're gonna plead guilty to allowing an unlicensed driver to drive, and you're going to, then have them dismiss the driving on a suspended, true? If you do that, the possible penalties on this are up to 500 fines, 90 days jail costs, or all those 0 points though. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
And you just sign, read, and understand and advice of rights form here today.
Yes, sir.
If you plead guilty, you'll be giving up all those rights and we're not going to have a hearing or a trial. Do you understand that? All right, so I'll tell you again, you have the right to a lawyer. If you want one, I'll give you one. Do you want a lawyer?
No, sir.
To the charge, allowing an unlicensed driver to drive, how do you plead?
Guilty.
Were you on April 3 of 26 in control of a motor vehicle that was being operated on Huron River Drive near Stryker in Rockwood at 8:52 p.m.?
Yes, sir.
And you allowed somebody to drive that 2012 Kia that was suspended, revoked, or denied. Is that true? And that was you, correct? And are you on probation or parole? Anybody forced you to plead guilty?
No.
Please accept. The suspend's dismissed. You're still suspended though, right?
Yes, sir.
When are you gonna get around to getting a valid license?
It's definitely gonna take me a while. For, trying to get the process going. I have a payment plan going on a year more. So that I'll probably be about 1,500 in. I have to pay still, so that's probably gonna take me a while. But I'm definitely not, it's something I need. I have to get back and forth to work every day. And right now it's really killing because I have to take Uber and I have to, pay gas money and so that. And it's really like it, but so
All right,
I'm doing my best to get everything paid off so I can go get my license.
good enough. Fines 100, costs 125, 75 victims' rights, $50 justice assessment. 350 or 90,
Sir.
I'm sorry, 350 or 60 days. Do you have all that to pay?
I'm sorry,
350 or 60 days.
350.
You can pay that now? All right, you're all set. Go down the hall, take care of that. You're all set. I wish you well. Good luck. Thank you. Good luck. Seated at that table now. Your name, sir?
Griffin All
Right, you're gonna plead responsible to impeding traffic, true?
Correct.
They're gonna dismiss the improper pass, true?
So that's
To that charge of impeding, how do you plead, responsible or not responsible?
responsibility.
All right, I'm gonna accept the plea. You got one prior, 160 is your total. The improper pass is dismissed. You can go down the hall, pay that, and you're all set. Good luck.
Thank you. God bless.
You too, thank you. Matthew Swanson, 26R514615. All right, how you doing?
You're good, so.
Good, your name?
Matthew Swanson.
All right, so you are charged with speeding, and you're gonna plead to impeding, right?
Yes,
Responsible or not responsible to that?
responsible here.
You're all set. Original charge dismissed, 150. And you go down the hall and take care of that, and you're all set. Good luck.
Great live meeting you.
You're charged with operating while intoxicated. You have the right to an attorney. Would you like one?
Yes.
Okay. You go out in the hallway, we'll set you up with a court-appointed lawyer, okay?
Okay.
And then either way, after you speak to your lawyer, he or she will speak to the prosecutor and you'll come back and in front of me, all right?
Okay, thank you.
All right, good luck. 26F 246171.
Oh, you don't tell me, Mr. Sefcat, Your Honor, will you waive his presence? He's allowed to appear by way of Zoom. He can.
Yeah,
He
just make
has.
sure in the future that they're here. They're reducing this to the civil infraction, but on a misdemeanor, he still has to be here, okay?
Understood.
Does he stand mute?
I mean,
That's all right. Does he stand mute, waive formal reading?
yes.
And now you're going to plead to, on his behalf, expired plate, which is of course a civil infraction. They're going to dismiss the driving an unregistered vehicle, correct?
Yes.
To that charge on his behalf, expired plate, responsible or not responsible?
Responsible.
Okay, this was a commercial vehicle, correct?
No, it was not. It's a logistics company. They
All right,
order around,
150, and I'll give them until May the 21st to pay, okay?
you said 150?
Yep,
Great, Judge.
have a great day. Thank you.
Good seeing you.
All right, you too. Kristen Marie Sauve, 26F2457818. Did you bother to tell anybody that you weren't gonna be here?
No, sir, because it was a mistake when I came here the last time. I already knew that court date for, Southgate on the 13th. I had mistakenly thought that your court date was for the 14th. So I thought everything was gonna play out, okay?
You gotta be more diligent about this. We'll reschedule it this time, Heather.
We
27.
can move that to the 27th.
At 8:30, don't miss. Go down the hall, get your notice, okay?
Sir,
All right.
At 8:30.
May 27th, 8:30, go down the hall, right down to the cashier.
What makes this courtroom session so fascinating is how many different forms of justice we saw in a single morning. One defendant received compassion after explaining the hardships that led to a DUI arrest. Another was placed under strict probation after behavior that alarmed an entire neighborhood. And throughout every case, the judge kept returning to the same core principle: accountability balanced with opportunity. Most of these defendants avoided the harshest possible penalties, but every single one of them walked away with conditions, fines, community service requirements, or probation terms that could quickly become much more serious if violated. That's the reality of misdemeanor court. Second chances exist, but they come with strings attached. And now we want to hear from you. Which ruling surprised you the most? And do you think the judge struck the right balance between punishment and rehabilitation? If you found this case as shocking as we did, make sure to hit that like button, share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more jaw-dropping courtroom breakdowns.